And how do you build confidence in conversations with people that are difficult, that are smarter than you, potentially, that are older than you? How do you create confidence in challenging conversations to make sure that you're on the same playing field with the other person and you get the results you want in the conversation, whether it's just a conversation or a negotiation?
One would be to do not let defensiveness be your first step. As soon as you take that step, you've lost. The better way to do it is let your breath be the first word that you say. So if you think of your breath as a word, it kind of changes your mind of, okay, now I can address this. Because what we'll do is we'll hold our breath like that, and then, I mean, you know, this thing kicks in our nerves, then comes in the adrenaline, then comes in the defensiveness, and you realized, I haven't even breathed yet, you know? And when it comes to confidence, of course we can say, it's the way you project, it's the way you smile, it's the way you pace your conversation, keeping your voice low, keeping your words slow. It's all these kind of things. Is the perception that I don't have to say anything more than what I need to say. Because oftentimes, more words says less. You need to eliminate that.
Right. Less words says more.
Yeah, every time.
There's something I've learned over the years about, and I'm curious how you approach this. And I don't always get it right, and it doesn't always work for me, but a psychological strategy. When someone is, quote unquote, attacking me or saying nasty things about me that I don't believe are true, or maybe it's just, I don't like their way they're saying it, and I don't want it to penetrate my heart and my soul and be reactive and defensive and rigid and frustrated and all these things.
When the brow goes like this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. One of the psychological or therapeutic strategies that I've learned is to imagine either a field, an energetic field around me that I can see it, but then it bounces off.
Okay.
The words, the intention, the energy, it comes and then boink, it just goes around me and like water off a duck.
I feel like there's a Star Wars reference, but yes, that's exactly right. Yeah.
Or what I'll do is I will separate the ego from the self, and I'll have the ego over here next to me psychologically.
Yeah.
An image of it, the ego of me here.
Yeah.
And I'll just say, oh, they're just speaking to the ego.
Yeah, the detachment.
They're just, they're speaking over here.
Right.
They're not actually speaking to me.
Yeah.
They might be looking at me, but it's just redirecting right here.
Right.
And, oh, this doesn't affect me.
Yeah, they're talking to that guy.
Yeah. And I saw, I think it was Selma Hayek one time talk about this. She was giving an example somewhere online about how, you know, if someone spoke to you really poorly in Spanish and you don't speak Spanish, you're not going to get defensive.
Right.
You're just going to be like, well, okay, I have no clue what this crazy person's saying to me. Okay, so just act like it's a different language.
Right.
You know, these just different ways of like separating yourself from the hurt
like that too.
or the potential pain.
Yes.
What have you learned to support yourself psychologically and emotionally and spiritually when this feeling of panic, stress comes your way, or when potential attacks come your way emotionally?
So very similar to yours, in my mind, I visually have a trash can next to me.
Oh, okay.
All right. And I can see it. It's one of those big, huge gallon ones.
Yeah.
It's the black, shiny. It's,
Open it up,
you got it. Yeah. And I see what they're saying is just a shoot. So I can see the words coming and I'm sifting because the issue they're telling me is not the real issue. And so if I hear something that's offensive, that's not nice, okay, that's trash. In my mind, I grab it with my right hand, lift up and throw it.
Wow.
Like that's
cool.
what I'll do with my thoughts. And I'm sifting to where if they might have led with something that was snarky, which our inclination is to grab onto that and send it back to it. Yeah, send it back and I got a good one coming. Instead, you got it. Instead, if I throw that one away, if I just trash it And then I found the one word that they said at the very end, towards the end, and that was the one word. And then if I focus on that word, then it all starts to kind of crumble. But I just imagine a trash can.
Wow, that's interesting. Now, how do you communicate your worth when someone is being offensive or adding a little digs underneath their language? Maybe they're trying to get a message across, and they're frustrated, so they're saying a few things that would be offensive to you potentially, or maybe hurt you, or maybe kind of put you beneath.
Yeah.
How do you create a boundary consciously with them so that they don't keep doing that in the future, where it's letting them know, hey, this type of communication doesn't really work for me, it's not okay, and owning your worth.
Yeah.
While also being able to throw it away at the same time and not let it get to you. Like, how do you navigate that so that that doesn't continue to happen in friendships or in relationships or in career,
right,
where that doesn't continue? Like, I understand we can do it once or twice or 3 times, but if someone's always doing that to us,
right,
how do we create that boundary and consciously communicate our worth?
Depending on the context of like who that person is, who they are in your life. So some people you just can't get away from. I mean, or family members, what have you. But it's a balance of your value and then what we're going to just call as what I'm interested in. So if somebody were going to say something that's offensive in a way, and they are pushing me, it's a much more powerful move, a very dominant, assertive move to say, I'm not interested in returning what you just gave.
Oh, wow. It's a power move.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And see,
so if I say, Jefferson, it was pretty idiotic what you did the other day to me, and I just didn't,
yeah,
you just looked like an idiot. But what I really want to do is moving forward, I want us to go do this thing instead.
Right.
Or whatever. I'm just
yeah.
something.
I'm with you.
How would you respond to something like that?
So if somebody, well, what you kind of did was you like hit it into something else that they did. So what I would first do is call that out. I hear 2 points. Yeah, and so I'm like, I'm not going to skip that. So I'll say,
so you want to just throw the trash away right away.
You got it.
You would address it.
Well, because they're trying to hide the trash and the good.
Yeah.
And so my response is, well, I see 2 different things. So that first point, I don't have an interest in responding to whatever, or I'm going to say, well, maybe I did look like an idiot, but I'm not going to be holding on to whatever message you're trying to send to me. But it's much more dominant move to say, I have no interest in returning what you're sending.
Right. I have no interest in calling you what I saw yesterday you do, or something like that.
You got it. But if you use the phrase, I have no interest in talking about your opinion of my performance.
Oh, interesting.
You know what I mean? Like, it's obviously that's not something you want to start off with, because that could sound defensive, that could sound issues. But the point of it is, when you say I have no interest, you're letting them know, I don't have it's like you're saying that as you're doing the trash can thing. I really don't have an interest in, this kind of food. It's not great for me. Doesn't really settle well with me. But what does taste good is what you said, about X, Y, and Z.
Thank you for watching this video. If you want more inspiring clips like this, make sure to click right here to subscribe, and click right here to watch that next video that is specific to support you in your life.